Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again. It's GP4, it's SFR, and this week we're in Austria. And once again, I'm joined by my co-commentator, not that guy, Sven. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Looking forward to this one. I'll probably say not the most exciting of tracks in terms of corners and bits like that, but due to the DRS points and the long straights, it does seem to advocate some very close competitive driving. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the run up to the first corner could be a chaos, but then we have like the corner I don't like to count in the straight there. They say it's corner 2 and then up to the tight corner 3, but we all say it's corner
Turn
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, the turn 2 or 3, whatever you call it. That one is tough, in my opinion. Easy to spin if you're doing a low traction control, but also a good overtaking place.
Yeah, and as first lap, when you've got all of the cars close together, the slipstream is in full effect, and people are going to be coming into there faster than they're used to in practice runs as well. So something definitely to look out for. So the guys are pretty much ready to go. We've got 19 of the 20 drivers in at the moment. Fingers crossed we get number 20 before we start. But what we'll do is just have a quick rundown of the championship. And we have a new championship leader after last week in France. Senna Martins has taken the lead in the championship after winning 4 races in a row. An outstanding performance so far. And 2 of them races he's taken the fastest lap as well. Brumi now moves down to 2nd, while Luke still holds on to 3rd. We've then got DCG in 4th, Romsey in 5th. We've then got X Gamer in 6th, Mad G 7th, Psycho Mitch 8th, Shadow Britain 9th. Then we go down to Pro Oliver in 10th, Topics who's back, he's in 11th. We've got Zander in 12th, James Hook 13th, Racing Podge 14th, ISRL Tommy 15th. We've got Sonic Hawk, who's obviously missed a few weeks due to the wedding. He's back, so he'll be looking forward to getting some points on the board here. He's in 16th. We've got Gisalodi in 17th, Energy Dan in 18th, still looking to score some points, along with Need for Speed in the Mercedes, and obviously one of our newer drivers, Pelder is in 20th. Sven, what do you think about Sven winning 4 races on the bounce? It's an outstanding performance.
I remember last year, I think I did four victories in a row, and they told me if I do 5 I have to go up to GP2, so I think it's the same for Senna. If you win 1 more Senna you have to go to GP3 now.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I think he's doing fine actually. I also think Brumi lost some points in France and has to pick it up now to get the championship running going again.
Yeah. I think this is a chance now for Senna to break clear. He's got the momentum at the moment. He's clearly looking good pretty much everywhere that we go as well. So as the guys ready up, Sven, if you want to just run over the constructors at the moment for GP4.
Yeah, of course. In first place we have Renault, and then in second place is McLaren. Third place is Red Bull, and Haas is next to them in 4th place. 5th place is Alfa Romeo. We have Williams in 6th, Ferrari in 7th, Racing Point in 8th, Mercedes in 9th, and then we have Toro Rosso finishing off the grid in 10th.
I'm not going to say anything about that.
Yeah, your Toro Rosso is last. Mine Ferrari is 7th. So
yeah, not great for us so much. Not much to gloat about on that side, but obviously Sonic is now back. So
the thing to talk about here is Renault's weekend in France. 36 points to McLaren 0.
Yeah,
they really filled the gap now and took over the lead, I think. Yeah, because McLaren was leading last race.
Yeah. Okay, so we're about to ready up for qualifying. We'll see what the weather is, and we're going to have someone let us know.
Yeah, I think Senna told us in the comments he's going to let us know.
Okay, wow, raining. So we've got a wet quali. Is it a quali that's wet for the entire 18 minutes, or is it a quali that's going to dry up?
Looks dark, man. It looks dark.
So we'll flick on to Shadow Britain.
He's
everyone will
first out.
be in a mad rush to put some intermediate tyres on. I would say intermediates, looking at that rain.
Yeah, I think so. It's not raining that heavy, but it
Yep,
still
it
looks
looks like
dark.
Shadow's going to be the first one out on track.
I think so.
Okay, so we've got...
prefers the Williams.
Yeah,
so we can be first out.
We've got a wet quali and a dry race confirmed by Senna.
Okay. So now the question is, who is running the wet setup and who is running the dry setup?
I found round here that the wet setup is not so different to the dry. The corners, because they're quite slow, breaking the car down obviously is the most important thing. As Shadow gives us a great example of what not to do going into what we'll call turn 3. Otherwise we'll have people picking. But yeah, I found this sector here probably the one that you need to have right. Myself, I've been running sort of 2-4 wings in the dry. With the wet, I've just adjusted to a 3-4, and it seems to hold on quite nicely.
Yeah, I think the most important part when you change your setup for a rain is to heighten the car. Just get the right height up. Maybe turn up the anti-roll bars, and then you're quite fine with the wings that you usually run.
Yeah. So.
But then you have the problem in the dry, so.
Shadow comes around
Let's see
to
what
start
you can do
his
here.
line lap.
It's easy to corner cut in the first one. In both entry and exit, he's cautious.
Yeah, very cautious. There is a line through turn 1. If you can get it right, you can really make up a lot of time. Sort of 2 to 3 attempts coming down the straight. So as he comes into turn 3, and he's braked a bit late there, runs off.
This is slippery. Here is slippery. It's like Germany, that part.
Any Mercedes fans will be really happy that you've just reminded them of Germany last year.
Hey, good luck, boys.
Yeah, what a way to spend your anniversary.
Turn 4 there is also quite hard because it's downhill braking and you have to brake really early when it's raining.
Yeah. Really enjoy this part of the track.
Yeah, when you get a flow here, it's really nice, especially this corner here. Yeah. When you get a handle of this one, you can't do it wrong.
Very cautious through there from the engine sound we've got as he comes over the line. Wet times have sort of been around 1:14, 1:15, so he's in with a 1:15.8.
That's a good one.
Not a bad start.
Need for Speed 16.4.
Need for Speed crosses the line.
I think that was a good one. Also the first try. Maybe do it cautious, not to crash out. It's easy to.
Cod Oliver goes across the line. He's reserve driving. DCG takes pole.
Yeah.
Romsey takes pole with a 15.1. So some good times coming in already.
Yeah, but also quite spread out.
Senna goes with a 14.2.
Get up to GP3, mate.
Yeah, we think back to France. He was at one point in the qualifying session almost 2 seconds clear.
Yeah.
We've got a Ferrari off at the end of the track, so Energy Dan has spun it. He comes back into the pits.
We have the Toro Rosso, one of them going here. Sanders going for the lap. Say 16.1.
We've got Mad G with a 1:15.9. We've got Luke with a 1:15.7. We're still waiting. Broomy's on an invalidated lap.
Ooh, 15.8 on Pro Oliver.
P7. Yeah, not a bad lap.
And we have Racing Porsche, I think, coming in here for lap 2.
So as Podge crosses the line. Oh, he'll be well happy with that. Up to 4th with a 1:15.2.
And he has my Ferrari car.
If you look at the timing boards there, Shadow Britain has improved to a 1:14.7.
Oh, he did one on the next lap. That's a good try actually to do 2 laps in a row. You know, the engine the temperature gets up really much, and then you don't have the straight line speed that you used to, or acceleration maybe.
No, but a second lap on the wets, you've got a feel for the track at high speed.
Yeah.
If you perfect your braking points, a real opportunity to get some more time. And as you can see, he's gone from a what was a 15.8 and he improved by 1.1 seconds. So that's a massive improvement. Best plan now would be to come in, stick on a fresh set of intermediates, give it a couple of minutes, I'd say, and head back out.
Absolutely.
So we've got DCG, he's gone purple in sector 1. Comes down
Here
to...
we have the hard braking, down to third or second gear even, if you want a short shift.
Can't say if the rain looks like it's getting worse. We've got Ben or Hunter in the chat asking if the rain looks like it's getting worse, but
yeah,
it looks like no, it's not getting any worse.
I think it's getting better. It looks like it's raining less than in the start there.
So as we watch DCG come into the last couple of corners. Oh, we'll have invalidated with that. No, he's got away with that one.
Lee doesn't agree with me, so he's saying it's staying the same, and I can maybe agree with that one. Lee is the boss, and I have to agree.
Oh, who's jumped in there? So Broomies up to third.
Ooh,
14.9.
Racing pushed it down in his time by a half a tenth.
Romsey comes through turn 3. Romsey, someone in the practice who's looked like they've got some good pace. I know his dry quali times have been around 104.8s, 104.7s. So for the dry race, I think he'll definitely be someone to watch out for. The issue is with qualifying like this, no matter how good your pace is in the dry, if you can't get it right in the wet, then you're going to be starting in the pack, and that's where things can get a little bit messy.
Definitely, and he's also flying Finn.
DCG almost lost it coming through the fast left right towards the end of the lap.
Racing Porsche also improves by 2 tenths, so that's good for Ferrari. I think we have Broms here coming in for the finishing line.
Oh,
it was an out lap.
Yeah, so we'll stick on board with Romsey. We've got Electro down in the chat. He's saying that Romsey will win tonight.
I think I can agree with that. I don't think Senna will pull off the 5th win in a row. It's too much pressure for him. Though I think Romsey has shown some excellent pace in the races earlier.
Yeah, Lee's going for topics as well, so he's saying he's quick.
Yeah.
Definitely not wrong there.
I've raced topics quite a lot last year, and when he gets the car going, he's fast.
I think one that we haven't mentioned, always Romsey invalidates by running out onto the curb just before the start of sector 3.
Oh, you got the red minimap? I didn't.
Yeah, someone that we haven't really mentioned, Mad G, looked fantastically quick in France. Had a few troubles with penalties towards the end of the race, which after a late safety car knocked him back down to 6th, but currently in 12th. As we say that, goes pole with a 1:14.1. And it looks like it's drying up. There's some clear sky as you go up to turn 1.
Rain. It's not raining anymore.
No, we still have 9 minutes to go.
And my brother tells the Ferrari guys to go get it.
Go get it. So, topics not to set a lap yet.
Yeah, I think he was waiting for this, maybe.
The rain has definitely stopped if we look back on pit lane.
Yeah, it's not raining at all. It's really drying up.
We've got people still going out on the intermediate tyres.
So we have a Ferrari of Racing Porsche coming out in the intermediates too. Usually in this game it doesn't start raining again, so... Yeah, Luke putting on the hards, as usual.
Interesting. strategy.
I think the hards are really hard right now because it's not drying up yet.
Oh, Romsey takes pole with a 1:14.172. So 12 hundredths quicker than Mad G.
Yeah, and I have to correct my mistake there. Luke didn't leave the pits with the hard, so he swapped back to the intermediates.
Just playing with you. Just playing with you.
Yeah. I like the tire choices, and that's what gets me going in the race. So.
Strategy for a dry race around here. Obviously, the original one set is soft to mediums. Says that the softs go 13, 14 laps. Oh, we've got a Ferrari off.
I think if you want to really push it, maybe do 12 laps on the softs, depending on how well you can nurse them. Because in my opinion, you lose more on used softs than you lose on used mediums.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'd rather use the mediums for 1 lap more than the softs for 1 lap more. But it's also up to own choice.
So X-Gamer is on the soft tyres.
Yeah, let's see if he leaves the pits.
The first one to make the switch. I'm sure he'll have been checking the delta difference.
Romsey gets into the pits now. We have Sen on a lap, he's up 1.1 second. So, and I think he restarts it, trying for a new one. I mean, you don't need that much time around here to make it into do another lap, so I think it's the shortest track we have, if you think of time.
In terms of always, Need for Speed picks up a 5-place grid penalty with Psychomich for a collision.
That's not good.
He's got damage. So we've now got Pro Oliver switching to the softs as well.
Psychomich heading for the pits.
No, he hasn't got damage. It looks like Psychomich is the one who picked up the damage there.
Yeah, it was only a Need for Speed who got a grid penalty too. Psychomich made it through.
DCG has bailed out of an intermediate run there and come back into the pits.
Yeah. He wasn't up his time so much though, so...
No, Senna is up by...
The question is...
0.042.
Are the slick ones fast enough right now?
Yep, Senna's bailed out of his lap, even with being slightly up, so it looks like it's time to change over. The intermediates will have been overheating for the guys, and around here, with them last 2 corners, can really cause you to just go flying off.
Yeah. But here comes the hard part when you do... Is it too early though? Because I know we did a practice run like 3 days ago, when it's rained in the race, and then one guy went into the pits when it stopped raining, and he went like 5 laps too early because the track never got dry.
Yeah, we had that in France, didn't we? Seemed to take quite a while to dry up.
So I think it could be risky to go out on the slick tires before 3 minutes.
We've got a yellow in sector 2. That is Giselodian's had a spin.
Yeah, and we still have Shadow Britain in 6th place and Cod Oliver in 5th.
And the lap times will really start to come down now as everyone starts to switch. We've got Luke on an outlap on intermediates. Looks like
I think we have Pro Oliver first on the slick tires.
Luke staying out to do a lap on the intermediate tyres with a track that looks near enough dry now.
Yeah, but if you look at the Pro Oliver, it looks really hard to drive these tyres. And he's the first one out on them, so we can follow him maybe.
If we just find Pro Oliver. So DRS has now been enabled, so the switchover point is there. So Pro Oliver comes across the line, starts his lap. He'll be able to open the DRS. Should give him a huge advantage on speed. But what's the braking going to be like into turn 1? Does it pretty well. Nice cut on the inside curb. Doesn't run wide.
It's a purple sector now. No,
Oh,
it's not.
I've got purple on my screen, so...
Okay, yeah, I have a visual bug then.
So we'll stick on board with Pro Oliver. As Sven said, he's going to be our first slick runner.
Looks quite good.
Yeah, tidy. Very tidy lap.
Also looks like a little bit of struggle with the grip, but better than the intermediates.
And he's up by 1.2 as Gisolodian picks up a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with DCG. Now this is the one. Can he get it round here? He does. There's bits of wing everywhere. Oh, he runs out wide but gets away with that one. Comes across the line with a 1:13.3. So it obviously is still really slippery out there. Full dry times are in the 1:04, 1:05s. So we've still got 9
have some
seconds.
guys not leaving the pits. They will break that lap time if it gets drier.
Cod Oliver with a 1:13.1. So the times will now start to tumble.
We have Peldiragis.
Ah, your guy with the Michael Schumacher helmet.
Yeah, my favorite guy. Need for Speed is the next one to pass the finishing line. 1.5 up.
Goes up to third.
2.7 up.
So the track really drying up now. I think we're going to see the times come down to sort of maybe 1:06, 1:07s. As more cars go round.
Let's see here, DCG is struggling on the mediums.
Quick check on Pelderagis coming up behind a Ferrari. Moves out of his way. Okay, so we have got everyone out on track other than Gisolodian and Topics, who... Ah, Topics has a quali ban. I do apologise.
Okay.
Just remembered now, Pelderagis invalidates his lap, so he won't be improving any further. Cod Oliver goes across the line with a 1:12.6. Now obviously because it's dried out, the times that these tyres are set on will be the ones that the guys start with in the race.
Oh, it's...
Fastest lap for Broomy, 1:10.6, so some big chunks of time coming off now. So we've got 18 seconds left in quali for guys to cross the line.
Sana is slowing up a little bit.
Yeah, he comes across the line now and starts his lap.
Oh, now we have a problem here for, I think, X-Gamer. He won't make it through the line.
Podge makes it.
No, he doesn't make it.
Sonic makes it, but X-Gamer, no, doesn't, and that... So Mad G, Purple in Sector 2.
And we have Shadow
goes
Britain in
second.
Shadow in second.
Wow. Pro Oliver in second.
Sander in fifth.
Ooh, as Mad G gets the last couple of corners really wrong, but still manages to put in a 1:09.6. So we flick back to Romsey, who's got a bit of traffic.
James Hook and Andy Dedan slots in second and third.
Yeah, and Romsey's got traffic. So as he comes round, Romsey manages to get pole, but I do think Senna is about to take that away from him. He does with a 1:09.2. As Podge goes pole for 1:08.5.
Oh! And the last
Fantastic.
guy is Sonic Hawk, and he's abandoning the lap. So Ferrari in pole.
And 6th with Energy Dan. James Hook in 5th.
And that's
wow.
7/10ths pole. 6.5 tenth pole. That's that's sick.
So sit on board with our pole position man, Racing Podge. He'll be delighted.
Yeah, definitely.
Had some struggles in France last week, but bounces back with a pole position.
Let's talk about Ferrari. Can they make this race stick now with first and sixth?
It's all going to be down to turn 1, isn't it? So.
Yeah, I think so. I know Racing Porsche, he's in a lot of accidents, but Energy Dan, he's had a bit of problems lately.
Not too
Compared
sure.
to last year, he was running quite good actually, I think.
So, if you want to give us a quick rundown of the qualifying positions.
Definitely. First place, the Racing Porsche, the Swede, and Senna in second. Roms in third, Maggi in fourth, James Hooky in fifth. Then we have Energy Dan in sixth, Luke in seventh, Brumi in eighth, and Proliver in ninth. Finishing off top 10 is Shadow Britain with the Williams. Need for Speed in 11th, 12th, Psychomich, 13th, Sander, 14th, DCG, 15th, Cod Oliver. Now we have X-Gamer, Sonic Hawk, Pelidragis, something like that, the Finnish guy in 18th. Gislode in the 19th, and the fastest non-setting lap of the qualifying topics in last.
Okay. So that's qualifying done.
I need to get his name. I can't pronounce it.
Pelidragis.
I'm just going to call him Michael Schumacher.
Go with that.
Red helmet man.
You're one for changing names to what they actually are. Seeing as you run with that guy Sven, and your name's Philippe.
Yeah.
So we
it's
wait
almost
for
the same, Philip Sven, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I could see how anyone would get the two confused. So we wait for the guys to do their strategies for the race, add on some fuel, potentially change front wings for the first stint.
I usually forget to change my front wing.
It's, do you know, something I've never really considered, but I was having a conversation with one of the guys, and yeah, basically his words were, I'm going to put it up to 3 for the first stint when the car is a little bit less responsive on the front end, and drop it down to 2 when I pit.
Yeah, I think I'm not an expert in this game though, but in my experience, if you get your front wing up, you get more turning because you get more downforce in the front, so you get more oversteer. That's why I don't like it when it's raining to race it, because you get kind of slippery in my opinion. But that's maybe my driving style. Then I usually put it down in the race, so I get a little bit more understeer to get the tires to live maybe one lap more.
Okay, so jump on board with Senna. He'll be looking for 5 in a row. He's got a good position from the start.
Yeah, he got the inner line too, so if he gets a good start, he has the preferred line into this first corner.
Romsey just behind him with his teammate Maggi in 4th. So Renault's on the first 2 rows. You've then got James Hook and Energy Dan 5th and 6th. They'll be super pleased with a qualifying result like that. Again, timed their laps really, really well. Yeah, great effort from the guys there.
Now we have to talk about Luke hitting the mediums in 7th.
Yeah, so he's going to be someone who, if he can get away and maybe make up a couple of positions early, he's going to have the better strategy come the end of the race. But obviously that can all change with safety cars. If I had £1 for every one that we'd seen since the patch, then...
Do we get a safety car for an end plate in this one too?
I hope not.
Yes,
what was it?
I definitely hope not.
1 in Canada, 2 in France. So it's going to take
1
3.
in Monaco too.
Okay, yeah, obviously. So the guys line up.
That's quite good. 1 end plate in the first lap of Monaco. That's
that was
an achievement.
Okay, so
let's see here.
We're ready to go. The lights come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are ready to go. Podge gets a good start. Senna makes a good start as well. Romsey looks like he's clean. So it's Maggi. Is he going to go for the move on the inside of Romsey into turn 1? He puts his car in place, gets really close to his teammate, who runs Romsey off. This is tight going down into turn 1.
It's a fight for a second now.
So we jump on board with Maggi as he comes into turn 3. Takes the move on his teammate as well and runs it in.
Wow.
Deep. This gives Podge a little bit of a breakaway, but that's Maggi up into second. Go further down. Oh, there's bits of wing everywhere.
Spinner, I think. No, we didn't. I'm trying to spot any damage.
Oh, Maggi gets out onto the grass. So the issue for the Renaults, they're both on the same strategy at the moment. Who pits when? Oh.
No, we have front wing damage on James Hook.
Oh no.
That's the guy who has the damage.
So Romsey's dropped down
Energy
to
then
fifth.
is up
yeah,
to
up
fourth.
to fourth. I just clocked that myself.
And I think the big winner here is DCG and X-Gamer, 5th and 6th place.
Yeah, we've got Luke who's up to 6th on the medium tyres as well with James Hook. Dropping back as X-Gamer goes up the inside. Does he? No. James Hook manages to hold on to it for now. Go back to the front.
This is a fight for the Renault and Ferrari. It's 2006 all over again. Oh, Romsey making a move on Energy Dan.
So he gets that one done. Does
Can
Energy Dan come back at him? No, thinks better of
Romsey
it.
forces him wide.
Sensible driving from Energy Dan there. Still early in the race. Lap 2, he's in a good position.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, we could tag onto the back of Romsey now with the DRS coming in on the next lap and get pulled up to the Renaults as well.
Yeah, and also 1.4 back to Luke, so he doesn't have to worry that
much. He's...
What did you spot now?
Oh, he's going sideways through the fast left-right towards the end of the lap.
Oh.
Wow.
I was sitting here like, yeah, I'm watching a Ferrari in the lead.
So the DRS will now be enabled.
Look at the train behind Shadow Britain.
Wow, yes. Oh, Shadow runs out very wide there. We go back to the front.
That's a warning right there.
Mad G has the DRS on Podge, so it may only be a matter of time until he gets past him. However, Romsey is now hunting.
Going.
I've got Romsey hunting down Senna.
So much action right now.
Yeah, I'm just holding on to the guys at the front because Mad G is closing in on Podge. Gap is down to 2 tenths.
I'm looking at the midfield.
Really good out front.
It's hard to break the DRS here to 3 straights in a row with the DRS.
Romsey losing a couple of attempts to Senna as well.
You have to do an impeccable Sector 2 and Sector 3 to even break it.
Yeah, we'll just hope that someone makes a mistake. As Podge comes out really wide at the last corner, so that'll be a warning for him, no doubt.
Still 8 tenths up though. But that's the point too. Oh, we have some carnage. Someone lost end plates. I think it was Pelderagis in the last corner.
Okay.
Yeah, he lost both his end plate. No, one only. One only.
So we've got a yellow flag in Sector 1.
And we also have Topics losing an end plate.
There's a group of them coming down into turn 3 now. Sonic, Cod Oliver, Gisolodi and Need for Speed. And they all managed to get through there quite cleanly. Great stuff.
Yeah, Cod Oliver making a great move there.
Back to the front. Podge still leads 4 tenths over Mad G. Half a second now. His teammate another half a second back.
I hope we get to see some racing between the Renaults too.
Yeah, do you think team orders will come into play or?
I don't think so. I think Senna feels quite comfortable right now in the
championship. Energy Dan.
So.
What's happened to Energy Dan?
No!
Oh, he spun it. Coming around the final 2 corners.
He's heading for the pits. I think he was stationary to change the settings.
Oh, Senna's gone up the inside of Mad G, but he's braked far too late. Mad G gets him back. The Renaults start battling. This will give a bit of breathing space to Podge, and it'll bring Romsey up to the back of the Renaults.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I really like the side shots on the car when you can see the braking gets ill orange.
Yeah, real nice feature in the game. Zander picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. So James Hook has gone onto the hard tyres. He'll be looking to make them last till the end. The Renaults seem to have the measure of pace on Podge. Even with the battle and they drop back a bit, they're now closing back in. Great shot as the guys come around the last corner there.
You can see Porsche is gaining quite a couple of tenths in sector 2 and 3, and then he just loses everything in this 3 DRS zones.
Yeah, he's got a good run out of turn 3 there and got 7 tenths, but then by the time he gets down to the next turn, he's lost another 2-3 tenths again. Yeah, back down to 0.5, 0.4.
I think, in my opinion, the second DRS zone was added in 2019. It was a good addition, but I think they should get rid of the finishing line DRS zone.
Yeah, because for all your hard work through sector 3, it just gets nullified by the DRS zone on the start-finish straight.
Yeah, and it's such a short track too.
Romsey seems to be a steady 2 seconds behind the Renaults at the moment. Mad G down to half a second on Podge, and he's now going to have some more DRS. There'll be about 0.3 by the time we get to turn 1. Got a yellow flag in sector 3. We've got a racing point off, but at the moment need to stick with the guys at the front. Mad G closes into 0.3. Lovely helicopter shot there. The car's going into turn 3.
I didn't get a helicopter shot.
Oh, did you not?
No. I got the rear end shot.
Did you buy the exclusive version of the game with the helicopter shot included, or?
I think I only bought the cheap one. I'm a student, remember?
So Mad G within half a second of Podge, and Senna 2 tenths off the back of him. Oh, Senna has a moment just before the start of sector 3. Loses 7 tenths.
All the action right now.
To Romsey. Romsey now 1.2 within Senna. His tyres probably getting a bit hot, especially following G so closely.
I was just about to talk about Shadowbin because he's closing in really quickly on X-Gamer now. And X-Gamer has the tyre advantage, I think, after 7 laps.
The question is how long the soft runners are willing to take it, because the risk in the last couple of corners, when the tyres are sort of 9, 10, 11 laps old, it really starts to get difficult into there.
Yeah. And the question now is also, do you pit first and risk getting out in the traffic? Because it's pretty spread out right now, and if you're the first one to pit...
Oh, Podge has made a mistake.
Oh!
And that's given G a run on him. He goes for the move. Podge goes around the outside. Oh, that's not going to work into there.
Does this allow Senna? Magi is quite slippery, it looks like.
So, Magi takes the lead. However, is it the best place to be with 2 cars close behind you in DRS? We're about to find out. Looks like Podge has got a good run, but it looks like Mad G's had a good run out of there as well.
Yeah, let's see what the illegal oil burning can do in the straight.
Oh, Podge gets really close to the back of Mad G. And that gives Senna a run on Podge.
Looks like Magi is running quite low wings because he's really fast in the straights. And here goes Senna.
Yep, that's Senna through.
Getting out in the grass there.
Now the question is, can Romsey get up to the back of Podge and cling on to the Renaults? So how long will Senna sit behind?
It's an interesting battle for 6th now too, with X-Gamer catching Brumi. As he goes wide.
So Podge losing a little bit of time to Senna. He's going to struggle.
Oh, Shadow is going for it. He runs wide. X-Gamer got it back.
I've just noticed it looks like it's getting quite dark.
Yeah.
Are we going to see a bit of rain? We were told it was going to be a dry race.
I don't think we should see rain quite soon. There's some people choosing the medium tires in the back grid to start with.
So Senna now 3 tenths behind his teammate. Oh, Podge gets that last couple of corners wrong. Senna looks really tidy.
Oh, Senna's
So
going to go for
on
it
board
now.
with Senna, yeah. He's going to have the DRS.
Leaving a lot of space to the left.
He's going back at him. Obviously wanting to get the move done, but not wanting to give Podge a chance to get through. So really good driving there by the...
yeah, definitely. Oh, they're
Renaults.
touching.
Oh, he's
Maggie's
going
going back at it.
So they are racing.
Yeah, they are. Ooh,
And
good
that is
overtake from
getting
Maggie.
really close. Energy Down picks up a 3-second penalty. Podge right back on the Renaults now, but runs it a bit wide through there. This turn starts to get really difficult as the tyres go.
Yeah, I have to kind of be... Each lap is softer and softer on the...
I'm getting more helicopter shots here, Sven.
Yeah, I got one there actually.
Oh, okay, good. Didn't want you to be left out.
I have the stream up here too, so I can watch that one at least.
So all the time, Romsey continues to sit in 4th place. But if we look at Luke, he's only 3.7 seconds off the back of Romsey. He's in a good position on the medium tyres.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with Ben in the chat too, saying Maggie is really going to work today. Or tonight.
Here's DCG picks up a penalty.
I think he really wants to win this one. Ooh, X-Gamer having a moment in turn 3 there.
The guy's taking the softs a long.
Do we see a pit stop this lap? The undercut could be quite good here, I think.
Oh, we've got DCG having some major issues. What is he doing? Okay.
Senna's going for the pits.
So Senna pits. Not sure what was going on with DCG there.
Yeah, it was slowing down a bit.
Does Senna get the
Maybe
speed down for the pits?
he had a moment in the grass maybe and he just didn't want to risk it, so he let Cod Oliver pass.
So G leads. If we jump back on with Senna, looks like he's going to come out in a nice bit of space. Psychomich is going to go past, but then behind him should get out before Cod Oliver.
Okay,
Horrible
this is a
pit exit
perfect
here as
pit
well.
stop.
Yeah, great. So he's out, clean air. Away he goes.
The problem is... No, the problem is nothing actually. I was thinking when they catch Psychomich, but I don't think Maggie and Racing Park's tire will last that long. Maggie has broken the DRS to Racing Park.
He has, yeah, but he's looking steady on them soft tyres even after 13 laps. So he comes into the
for the
pits.
pits. Racing Porsche continues.
So we'll jump back to Mad G in a moment.
We have some DCG again letting people by there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's spinning now. I think he had a spin in turn 3 and don't want to risk it to overheat the tires.
Okay, so as Mad G comes out of the pits, Senna comes around turn 1 and it looks like Senna's got him, he's jumped him.
Yeah.
but not by much. Senna gets a wheel on the grass there.
Maggi needs to get a wheel, I mean a lap to warm up his tires before battling, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see, racing Porsche.
So
then.
X Gamer's made a move on Luke.
DCG is going really slow right now. No, racing Porsche is spinning!
Oh, and that's the tyres. Zander retires from the session in the pits. Podge needs to be careful coming in now because them tyres will be cooked. So Romsey's in the pits as well. Moving through the field, we've got James Hook in 13th. Topics is up to 12th.
Yeah, the question now is, can
Senna
racing
sets
Porsche
the
get
fastest
out
lap
ahead
of the
of
race.
Cod Oliver? I don't think so.
So we jump back to the Renaults and they're on for a 1-2 at the moment. If all stays good.
Definitely. But they're losing on Psychomich. No, they're not. I'm watching the wrong timer.
No, so after the first run of pit stops for the soft tyre runners, we've got X Gamer who's in the lead. He's probably going to run another 10, 12 laps on their medium tyres before he pits. I know in the session I've run the medium tyres 26 laps, but that was the other way round with the mediums on at the end. Senna closes in on Psychomich with Mad G just behind him. Oh, Senna gets onto the grass. Senna makes the move on Psychomich and gets that done. Psychomich comes back.
Psychomich going back.
Maggi goes for the move on Psychomich and gets it done on the fresher tyres. So he's not giving Senna a moment to get away from him.
No, he's not. He want to win this.
Romsey picks up a 3-second time penalty, so that's going to be quite big come the end of the race potentially. I don't think anyone's going to get near the Renaults. Not totally sure what's going on with DCG's car at the moment.
I think he disconnected maybe. He's ghosting all the time, and I think we're gonna see a retirement in pits here from DCG maybe.
Yeah, so Senna doing everything he can.
Yeah, he did.
Senna doing everything he can to break the toe of Mad G, but it's that same thing as it comes down to the DRS runs. We watch on board. Helicopter shot again, Sven.
I didn't get it.
Oh, has a little slide coming out of there. That gives Senna an opportunity to get away, but again...
You can see by the blinking of Maggi's car, he's saving some ERS right now.
This is where Senna seems to get the gap up to about 7/10, and then it just comes back down again.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you do good sector 2 and 3, the car behind will struggle in downforce and lose some time. And then they have 3 straights with a DRS and catches up, and then you have to do the same thing again.
So X Gamer continues on the medium tyres, leading the race at the moment, but the Renaults are closing in. Who do you think is going to win out of the 2 Renault drivers?
It's a hard one.
Do team orders come into play? an opportunity for Senna to pull further away in the championship with Bruni currently in 7th.
But I think Maggi will take it. I think Senna might do a little mistake. Feels like he's sliding a little bit more than Maggi. And maybe that results in a penalty or an off-track racing line.
Oh, X-Gamer picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Speaking of it. How's he going for racing parts? He lost a lot of time there before
down
the
to 9th, but he's on the back of Romsey.
Yeah.
Who's on the back of Brumi as well. So Luke picks up a 3-second time penalty.
There we have the battle for 3rd, I think. If X-Gamer isn't pulling enough for the pit stops. I think the fight here is for the 1st place and then for the 3rd place.
Yeah.
These Renaults are just...
Oh, we've got a Ferrari off in Sector 3. It's Energy Dan.
It's Energy Dan, yeah.
That's the soft tyres given in.
Yeah, he's coming in for the pits now. Going for the mediums. I think he started on the softs.
Yeah, that'll be mediums till the end now. James Hook sits in 14th at the moment. 2nd off as Romsey gets past Bruni. Oh, and Energy Dan picks up a 5-second penalty going into the pits as well. So Romsey in a good position. 4 laps on his medium tyres. He'll be going to the end on them. Col Oliver, Sykomich, Luke and X-Gamer all in front of him will be pitting, and he's within the delta to overtake them.
Yeah.
But as Mad G continues his pursuit, Senna will now have DRS on Luke. Ooh, Senna runs out like a bit wide.
Press play, reverse, repeat every lap, like 7/10, and then oh, he does pull a gap now though on 8/10.
Yeah, he thought about the move there. Now what's going to happen is he's going to get the move done on Luke going down into here. Mad G isn't.
And that's a problem.
Now this is Senna's opportunity to get away.
Yeah, it is.
He's pulling the gap on Luke already, and now Mad G's up to the back of Luke. He's not going to get past him in these last couple of corners. If he's going to do it, it's going to be on the start-finish straight. But the problem is Luke is going to have DRS. As X-Gamer comes into the pits, that's very early on the medium tyres.
Yeah, he's going for the softs for 15 laps.
Wow.
I mean,
strategy.
The track is harder.
Oh, Senna makes a mistake coming out of turn 1.
X-Gamer slots.
Oh, Lucas spun! Lucas spun, so that's...
No!
That's unleashed Mad G, who's out of the DRS range of Senna though now. So I think Mad G would have eased off when he saw Luke spinning to avoid an accident potentially. So the gap is now 1.2.
Now we don't have the DRS, now we can see the true pace. But take a look at Mad G's S's. His line is really good through there, I think.
Yeah, very smooth on the steering.
Really nice. I think Senna is going out too much to the left in the 2nd corner in the SS.
Yeah, so DCG is in the chat saying that his gearbox failed.
Oh yeah, that's rare in the multiplayer, but it can happen. I think it happened to me last year once.
Mad G picks up a 3-second penalty, so that could be the race.
Yeah, it could be. Now the question is, does Senna know it? Are they in a party to say it to each other?
I believe they usually run in a party together. I think you would, wouldn't you, with your teammate?
Yeah.
Senna just over a second ahead at the moment, but Mad G has pulled the gap down by 2 tenths. It goes back up to 1.2 through there.
think Maggi is catching a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like he's pushing though now to stay with him. He ran wide coming out of the last corner there as well.
1/10 last lap.
So we've got Psychomich in the pits as X-Gamer goes back into third. Now he's on them soft tyres, which he's going to try and run till the end.
Maggi is taking half a tenth in every lap right now.
This is interesting. I don't know who's going to win this. Fortunately, we haven't had a safety car. Fingers crossed we don't. 13 laps to go. But if you look at the gap, the Renault's kind of in a race of their own, aren't they? 10 seconds.
This could be interesting.
Ooh, James Hook picks up a 3-second penalty.
Maggi got the 3-second time penalty earlier, but I'm watching now and Senna has 2 warnings. That could change fast.
Senna now comes up to back markers. Not close enough for him to pinch any DRS coming into here, but Maggi
almost in the DRS gap now.
Yeah, very close to it. Brumi picks up a 3-second penalty. We've got Podge in 5th at the moment.
Yeah, that's a solid... what do you call it in English? I just lost my words there.
Electro Dan saying in the chat that Romsey will get X-Gamer at the end because his softs will go. Oh, we've got yellows in sector 2 and 3. What's happened here? Nothing on the track. Pelderagas picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, I don't know if I can agree with Romsey beating X-Gamer in this one. I know the softs will be in a really bad condition after 15 laps, but I don't think he will pull 6 seconds in that window.
No, I'd say X-Gamer's probably got another good 2-3 laps of pulling the gap on Romsey, if he can.
Yeah,
with them
then
soft
has like
tyres.
4 laps in the same pace, maybe.
So Maggi still just over a second, so Senna's controlling that gap quite nicely.
Yeah, like I said, I think I said it last week, Senna looks a little bit like Lewis Hamilton. Now look at the gap now.
Yeah, he made a mistake going into the fast left-right. Ran a little bit wide into the left, and that's cost him the 10th, which has put Maggi back in the DRS.
That's 2 tenths up.
How are we looking for fuel?
Corner.
So Senna looks like he's plus 1.3 on his fuel. If we go down to Maggi plus 4 on his fuel. So
yeah, I'm on a 24-inch screen, so I can't see that.
Yeah, it looks like he started heavy on his fuel there. He'll be running rich to the end. He's right on the back of Senna now.
Yeah,
2 tenths.
That's the DRS magic.
Yeah, if we look there, 3.9 on the fuel. So he's got plenty of fuel on board.
Are we talking about Maggi now?
Yeah, 3.9 on his fuel.
Yeah. The risk
Senna
you have
on
done
1.3.
is you're running rich too much, you're overheating the engine and won't get any good acceleration from the car. Oh, Maggi is cutting the corner a bit.
Sector 2, but it looks like...
Now we're hitting some back runners of Sonic Hawk.
Yeah, so Senna's going to pick up some DRS
married
here.
man.
Sonic gets right away. Senna doesn't get the DRS. So that's going to pull Maggi into half a second before they go on to the second straight here. Maggi gets right up to the back of Senna again.
Yeah, a little bit late braking there maybe.
Romsey now has lost down to X-Gamer. He's 8.6, so 6.2
Yeah,
last time we looked.
2 seconds in 3 laps maybe.
Yeah, Maggi looks really tidy. 0.2 now. Senna gets it a little bit wrong going through there again. Maggi does have the tyres 1 lap fresher. James Hook picks up another penalty.
Racing Porsche is catching Romsey.
Yeah, I was just going to say, take a quick look down our order. So we've got Senna in first, Maggi second. We've then got X-Gamer in third. Oh, as Maggi's going to get the move done on Senna.
Whoa! Go get it, boy! I told you, Maggi looks hungry at this race. I think I said it 4 races in a row, but this one is, I'm really meaning it.
So it looks like there's no team orders from Renault here. Senna's still in a good place with a second place, with second in the championship Brumi in 8th and third in the championship Luke.
Brumi just got passed by Shadow Britain. He's really struggling on the hards.
Oh, Maggi got it a little bit wrong going into the S's there. Now, has Senna got anything left? He's closing in.
Oh,
remember, Maggi has a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, Senna has 2 warnings of what I could see. Here it comes.
They are battling.
Yeah, he gets it done. And X-Gamer is getting a bigger gap.
Yeah, another 2 seconds. But the question is, he's got another 7 laps. 7 and a half laps.
We completely missed Luke passing Racing Porsche.
So X-Gamer comes across the line in third. He's 10.7 seconds clear. Sonic picks up a 3-second penalty. Oh, Maggi's gone back past Senna.
Yeah.
And Senna down to less than +1 lap of fuel. Maggi still plus 3.4. 3.3. So Maggi's got the fuel. He's got no problems with him being able to turn his engine up.
I think I'm sitting like 2 inches from my screen trying to see what you see, Bo. And I have my glasses on.
So Senna has now dropped 0.8 back.
Luke is really catching Romsey right now too.
Senna 0.9 back.
Sector 3. I don't think it's...
So, due to the fueling, I don't think Senna can run rich anymore, which is not giving him the ability to pull G in on the straights in the DRS.
No.
So Shadow Britain at the moment in 8th in a McLaren sandwich. Ruby in front of him, Sykomic just behind. Ooh, Shadow almost runs into the back, and that's going to compromise his run out of turn 3. Does this mean Psychomich gets him? No, he's not going to get that done.
Topics gets into the points from dead last in the start.
Yeah, 22 laps on the hards. So Senna back within 3 tenths now, as he conserved a bit of ERS. The guys in the chat asking him, with Mad G running auto ERS, if he was running manual it'd be much quicker.
Yeah, I have the answer to which one he's doing.
Oh, Senna gets in really deep into 4 there. Loses a lot of time on the run out. So the gap's back up to 7 tenths now.
The question is, will Senna do one more mistake? That's all it takes for Mary G to have this victory in his hands. One corner cut and Senna gets a penalty, so this is interesting.
Energy Dan's gone off. Oh, that's a bad crash on the exit of the last corner.
Yeah.
Looks like we're not going to see... We've got a virtual safety car. Just as Mad G gets the gap to 1.8.
He probably hit the bump on the inside of the last corner, I think.
Yeah.
That makes your car go absolutely straight.
Oh, Romsey picks up another 3-second penalty. So if X-Gamer can basically keep it on track, I think he's good for 3rd position.
Yeah, I think so.
So will the guys manage to get through the virtual safety car?
Oh, Mad G got a good run
Mad G
there.
got a good run. Senna's out of the DRS.
Yeah, Senna is braked just before the virtual safety car ended. And Senna is struggling in the S's now. He's sliding all over the place.
Yeah, he's up to 1.3.
He's sliding here too. His tires are quite dead in the rear, I think. We have Psychomich who got past Shadow Britain for P8.
Yeah, there's still a battle going on with all of them.
This is a
great
great recovery
this.
drive from McLaren.
Shadow Britain in a battle with the 2 McLarens. Tom gets it out really wide.
Sector 2, yellow, it's a Toro Rosso.
Yeah, so, oh.
It's a lapped car.
Yep. It's a Sonic.
Of Sonic Hawk.
Oh, we've got a McLaren off. Psychomich.
Oh, no! Now we lost the points.
Oh, and he's got bad damage to his front wing. That's a pit stop.
Yeah. Now we have Topics and Carl Oliver. That fight is for 2 points now.
Yeah, Mad G's got the gap up to 1.6. Looks like Topics is about to get Cod Oliver coming down into turn 4. On the inside, gets the move done. Cod Oliver goes for the switchback. Softer tyres, giving him a little bit of better grip, but Topics has got the line covered going into there, and that's 9th place. So if we just have a look at the positions gained, X-Gamer up 11 places into 3rd, Topics up 10 into 9th. The losers here, James Hook down 9 places, Podge down 5. Oh, Cod Oliver went out so wide, I literally thought he'd lost it then. So Senna Martin's 1.9, is he racing within himself because he knows he's got that 3 seconds?
I think so. He's taking it cautious right now, not to trying to get the penalty.
He's 2 seconds behind now though, so it only takes a silly little mistake and you soon lose that second around here. So they start the last lap.
Yeah. If Maggi can pull 8/10, he got a good chance. But that's hard. He's pulling really fast right now.
Yeah, he got the exit of 1 wrong, which is why Senna's now pulling the gap down from 2.2 to 1.9. Romsey's getting the gap down to X Gamer, but it's not going to be enough. So all being well, it looks like our top 3 is sorted. It's just a case of penalties. So we flick back to G. Now he's going to win it on the road. Senna 2 seconds behind him as Mad G comes into the last couple of corners of the race. Ooh, gets a little bit scribbly coming through there. Not what you want on the last lap. Takes the last corner. Crosses the line first.
Racing Porsche spun.
And Senna does take the win. Senna takes the win by 0.6.
Oh, now we have a battle here. Racing Porsche spun and he's battling with Cut Oliver.
Yeah, we've got Shadow who's up into 6th. He's got Broomy, who's 0.3 behind. Oh, Broomy's going to get a run on him. Is he going to go for the move? That's going to be difficult into there. He thinks better of it. Shadow gives him space, runs out wide. And looks like Shadow's got him on the road, but on penalties, he's got him on penalties as well.
Yeah, awesome.
So Shadow Britain takes 6th. What a result.
Cut Oliver jumps both Racing Porsche and Topics.
Yeah, so Cod Oliver takes 8th on his reserved comeback drive. As we watch Pelderargus come over the line, he's going to take 12th. And he's got his teammate just behind him. 12th and 13th for the Mercedes drivers. And Harry actually takes 12th due to penalties. As James Hook comes across the line in 14th. And that is it. If you want to get invited in the top 3 in, Sven, we'll have a little chat with him.
I will make that happen with a little bit of magic.
Well, what a race, guys. Thank you for those watching on YouTube. It's a 1-2 for Renault. 2 Belgians on the podium with a Brit. And Senna takes his 5th win in a row. Is there any stopping this guy? Possibly his teammate could be the one to stop him, but... Okay, so we'll quickly run over the standings there. Senna Martins takes his 5th win in a row. Maggi comes in with his best result of the season. He'll be absolutely delighted with that in 2nd place. And X Gamer, a great race from 14th on the grid, comes home in 3rd. Romsey takes 4th with Luke in 5th. Shadow 6th. Broomy 7th. Cod Oliver 8th. Topics 9th with Racing Podge in 10th. Psychomich comes in 11th with Need for Speed 12th. A good race for Harry there. 12th position, probably his best so far this season. Pelderargus takes 13th. James Hook 14th. He'll be disappointed after a great showing in quali with Sonic 15th. Gisolodi in 16th. Energy Dan in 17th. Again disappointed after a great quali with Pro Oliver, DCG and Zander finishing out the race there. So, Senna has joined the party. 5 in a row.
No
the
swearing.
Belgian bullet strikes again.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Senna, a fantastic race. Obviously, you must have been aware at the end of the race there that that G had the 3-second penalty, which was the only thing stopping him really from winning today. Looks like on race pace, he definitely had something, especially through that last sector. Myself and Sven were noticing you were struggling a little bit more with the tyres through there. So is that a slightly different setup or just the sector of the track?
The setup that G used, to be fair, but his race pace was way better than mine, and I think I was lucky to have DRS sometimes, and it's awesome. I think we as Renault, we controlled like the whole race, and it finally happened that we're together on the podium. I think G deserved it already for such a long time.
Yeah, great result. Well done on your 5th win in a row, Senna.
Thank you.
A good result again with Broomy finishing behind Shadow. He pipped him at the end of the race there as well. So you're just racking up them wins and making that gap bigger and bigger. Mad G, Mister, where do I find an extra 10th? Where do I find an extra 2 tenths from? Seems like you found them. Which pocket were they in?
Senna's DRS, that's where they were.
Yeah.
He literally just towed me along all the way through that. But no, it's just like a case we weren't even fighting. It was a case of I was just able to find that little bit more pace when I needed to, especially when I picked up the 3-second penalty. I knew just had to push, and we just had to push and push and push. We never stopped throughout the entire race. We just kept pushing all the way through it. And I was hoping he was going to lift off at the end to give me that win, but
I have to fight for a championship, I'm sorry.
Well, we were wondering at what point team orders were going to take place, because obviously Senna has got this run of wins coming into this race. It was 4. He's taken the lead in the championship, but looks like you guys were quite happy to race toe-to-toe. Very clean, very fair.
Yeah.
So that was really, really good to see. What were your thoughts when qualifying started wet?
I was like, oh God. End of story, because I'm not the best in the wet. But it was a case of sometimes you got to listen to Jeff, and he said he was easing off. So I had a first bad run, I was stuck by Hiss, and I couldn't really get a good decent lap, but just pitched straight in after it, got a new set on, and I was able to go a lot quicker. And it was just a case of watching that track just dry out.
Yeah, great. Well done on your 2nd place and your best result so far this season. Well done on the 1-2 for Renault as well. A great result going into Silverstone. So, in 3rd place and back on the podium, we've got X Gamer. How are you doing?
Yeah, finally.
He's back.
I'm so happy, mate.
What a race!
What a bad qualification.
Yeah, I think it was. How many positions? You started 14th on the grid, so 11 places made in the race. I'll be honest with you, when you pitted for the softs, I thought it was a little bit too early, because I'd seen the guys at the start struggling after sort of lap 12, 13 on them. How did they feel at the end of the race?
I was so struggling, mate.
Yeah.
I was not pushing at the end.
No, we had a nice gap over Romsey, so that worked out quite well with going on the softs, because you pulled the gap from about 5-6 seconds up to sort of 10-11 seconds, and then the softs started to go off. But you must feel great back on the podium. Obviously you joined us for a couple of practices and none of them had really gone that smoothly for you, so you must have been wondering like what was going to happen during the race, but you showed great form, great race strategy. As I say, 14th on the grid to 3rd, a fantastic drive. How do you feel going into the next race?
I love Silverstone, really.
Good. Yeah, I think a lot of people feel like that. It's a fantastic track. Obviously, we've got, Beckett's is probably the best set of corners in the entire, other than maybe Eau Rouge. But yeah, really great track. So looking forward to seeing some great racing there. Senna, we'll just flick back to you. What are your thoughts on Silverstone?
Don't really know it. I think I'm gonna. It wasn't a very good track when I was like in pre-season, so I think I'm gonna have a lot of practice again, just as for Austria, and I think we'll see you then.
Yeah, good. And G, what are your thoughts on Silverstone?
I need a setup. I haven't got one.
Okay, so G will be on the hunt for a setup. For anyone that's got PayPal, G is willing to transfer funds across. Sven, quickly, anything you want to ask the guys?
Yeah, £50 for a good setup. No, I'm kidding. I don't really have any questions. One big question I think I have is for Maggie. Now that you're picking up the pace quite a lot, are you considering manual ERS?
That's where I've actually changed my strategy. The first few races I was doing manual ERS, and I was just making too many mistakes. I was spinning here, spinning there. Canada, France, and this one, I've gone back to auto ERS for the race, but I'm doing manual on the qualifying now, so my one-lap pace is going to be a lot better, like it has been all season. But the race I've gone back to auto ERS, and I think the past 3 results have proved that I've gone backwards and it's done me better.
I think that makes a good point. We had some comments in the chat talking about you running manual will get a win today. But I can agree, like adapting to something new can make you do mistakes too. And then my question for Senna is, are you afraid of your teammate right now? Or...
if he's gonna show the pace some more, I think I've got to be afraid. Yes, he was crazy fast. But I think just to say, congratulations to Poch. It was unbelievable what pace he showed, and I think you can really happy of his pace. I don't know what happened with him and with Romsey in the race, but I think I'm gonna see that back on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Porsche had some struggle with the soft tires there at the end of the first.
Yeah, I think it was the first stint, wasn't it? He spun in the fast left-right towards the end of the lap with his tyres. I think they just cried enough. I think had he followed G into the pits when he went in, that would have been the best time to do it. But you live and learn. So, guys, go on.
One last question here.
You started off saying you had none. Now you've found loads.
I'm a freebaser.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just go as you do.
Yeah, so now I have a question for X Game. You had a couple of tough races, except for France with a 4th place. You're sniffing on the 3rd place in the championship right now. How do you feel about that? Like catching up to the front row guys?
I'm really happy with that. Good race in Australia put first. But yeah, now I want to fight for championship.
Yeah, I can understand that. And you can still brag to Maggie about one race more that you're ahead of him.
Only just looking at it here. Yeah. Wow. So, yeah. Okay. Well, good. So that's Austria done. For the GP4 guys, it's GP3 tomorrow night, and then as usual that will be followed by GP2 on Wednesday and Premiere on Thursday. Senna, you're on comms box tomorrow night for
I am.
GP3. Fantastic. Well, guys, thanks ever so much for a great race. Those at the front, and I think in all fairness, a very clean race, some really good battles. A couple of nudges that you may see go into the stewards and bits like that, but you know, that's racing. At the end of the day, if people aren't going for moves, then what's the point in turning up? For those of you that haven't already heard, just quickly from SFR, the UK has now gone into lockdown, so all of our viewers, all of your viewers' family, friends and everything, stay safe, look after one another and keep in touch via social media and WhatsApp. Don't go out partying and having picnic parties or anything like that. Listen to what's going on in the world at the moment, because it's quite serious. But other than that, if you enjoy what you see with SFR and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so that you get notified every time we go live, because we have races on Mondays through to Thursdays, and then if you just subscribe to Mad G, he normally does a comms box on Sunday evenings as well. But other than that, it's good night from me. It's good night from all of the guys here. Thanks again, guys. Great racing.
Yeah.
Sven, a pleasure as ever. Thank you for joining me again. And we'll see you back on the track tomorrow night. Goodbye.